Welcome to the typical skeptic podcast, where we dive deep, you decide. Questioning the matrix from UFOs, where the shadows unknown reside. Rob Khalil busting myths like ghosts in the night. Paranormal probes, secret space ops, yo, we keep it real, no fright. Typical skeptical, seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Aliens, Anunnaki, black ops in disguise. From abductions to ancient scripts, we flip the script wide. TSP style, mile after mile, truth can't hide. Hold up, TSP crew assemble, we dismantle the fable. MILAB's targeted souls breaking out of the stable. Darkman howling, Bigfoot prowling, cryptids in the mist. Mandela the fifth twist in reality, can't resist the twist. Soul trap snapping, reincarnation mapping, holographic dreams. Near death visions, out of body missions, waking up the teams. No censorship here, we fear no elite scheme. Conspiracy kings ringing bells, hear the freedom ring. The skeptic truth seeking, never sleeping on the lies. Extraterrestrials, interdimensional highs.
Welcome to Typical Skeptic Podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Welcome to Typical.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Typical Skeptic Podcast, 2797. Man, we're getting up close to episode 2800, and I got my good friend with me, Drago Reid. I got to have him and Sean Bond on this week before they go to this conference Disclosure in Mackinac. So, if you guys know Drago, his website is fractallight.com, and his podcast is Portal to Another Dimension, and he just started another podcast, which I'm really excited for, with Yemi from the Farsight Institute. And Drago is the founder of Fractal Light, a certified QHHT practitioner, and host of the Portal to Another Dimension. He returns for an interactive night of dowsing rod readings, oracle readings, SSP discussion, and live audience Q&A. Having burning question you want answered, Drago will use dowsing rods to provide yes or no answers and will offer oracle card readings to members of the audience. For the first drawing rod question is free. With a $10 donation, choose either one additional yes or no dowsing rod question or an oracle card reading. Donations over $20 receive your choice of 3 yes or no dowsing card questions or 3 oracle card pulls. I can put this in the description too. So basically, if you do a $10 donation, you get 2 questions with the dowsing rod, and you also get 1 oracle card picked. If you do a donation over $20, you get 3 yes or no dowsing rod questions or 3 oracle card pulls. So yeah, I think that's and I'll let Drago explain a little bit more. But Drago spent thousands of hours working with experiencers, military veterans, contactees, and individuals who report involvement in secret space programs, MILAB operations, Monarch program, and covert government projects. His personal journey includes a near-death experience, traumatic brain injury, and unusual intuitive abilities he says emerged afterward. We'll also discuss consciousness, human potential, and anomalous experiences, and Drago's work with the experiencer community. And I'm bringing him to the stage now, and I'm really happy to have him here. Drago, thanks so much for coming back on, man. How's it going?
Always a pleasure to be here, man. I'm stoked for today's show, man. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. So, So, are you excited for the Disclosure in Mackinac conference?
It's been a while since I've been back to Michigan, man. I was abducted around there in some dumps when I was a kid, and I'm gonna be going back through Chicago as like a what do you call it? A holdover. What do you call it when you're stopped between 2 airports to go to another airport?
Layover. I had a layover in Chicago last year. Yeah, I took the Greyhound though. Like, it was crazy. Like, I went to Iowa and I had a layover in Chicago. I mean, I was in the bus stop, so it's kind of, but it's a huge city, It's Chicago's, it's nice though, It's yeah. But how long is your layover in Chicago?
Luckily, only like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But I was there in a dump when I was a kid in Chicago, and it just reminds me of like going back to the place I was programmed. Like, it's like going back to Montauk or going back to the Presidio in San Francisco, or like any of those places that you were in the programs or was traumatized at, or it's just everything's a memory activator there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that's and I guess we could take questions first. Let me see here. Colleen was donated first. Let me see what I think she wrote it in the thing here. I'll do the
Yeah, so
donation.
basically everybody, what we're doing is I'm just doing general questions, Q&As. I'm answering all that for you guys, but anything involving like oracle card readings or dowsing rods, where I use the dowsing rods to get you yes or no questions. I'm going to be doing one free dowsing rod question or one free oracle card pull for everybody in the audience. And anything outside of that, we're accepting donations, and I'm just going to do shotgun style questioning with each person and
Oh,
see what.
I love that. That's cool. Yeah, hell yeah. So we're basically going to answer all questions, but like the people who donated can get more, is what you're saying. But kind of
Yeah,
like,
yeah, totally. They can get more of
okay.
a deep dive. They can know what they're really needing to know past like remote viewings or QHHT sessions. We can get direct answers now.
Yeah, and also like with donations, guys, like those get highlighted, like because I see them come through. Like as me and Drago are talking here, I'll be checking my phone periodically to see who donated, and then I always take those questions first because the people. It's only right that we take the people who donated questions first, right? That's only fair. So far we got Colleen and then Matthew's wife Honora who donated. So
Awesome.
I'll pull up Colleen first. She says is my dad let me pull her thing up here so you can see her. This is Colleen. I think you might know her. She says is my dad SSP? He says, was he undercover as a mailman? Am I section 13? And she done okay, so she donated $22, by the way. So I guess she gets the 3 questions, right?
Yeah, so Colleen's pretty interesting. I just verified her entire Super Soldier Connected with an in-person QHHT session, and she knows a bunch of us from the programs. She was actually at Montauk herself, part of Project Phoenix, all kinds of cool stuff. And she's an original character in the Man with Periwinkle Eyes book series.
Wow.
So, yeah, she's a pretty important character in that series. So thank you for Colleen for coming. It's been a minute since we've chatted. So let's do the first question. What's the first question?
Okay, yeah. She says, is my dad SSP?
We talked about this during your session. I know the answer is Colleen's dad SSP. Yes. Was Colleen's dad born in the programs? Yes. What was the second question?
Was he undercover as a mailman?
Yes.
Then I don't understand this question. She says, am I section 13? What is that? I don't know what that means.
It doesn't matter. The rods go off the original person's energy in question. So
Okay.
It doesn't matter who asks it. Is she part of Project 13 or Section 13? So you are confirming she is part of Section 13. Yes.
Okay. And then her last question was, did her papa know what Aquino was doing? I guess she means Michael Aquino.
Did she know? Did her father know what Aquino was up to?
Yeah.
Yes. Were they intrinsically involved? Yes. So you're saying they did work together? Yes.
Wow. Holy
Okay,
shit.
so we're going to do 3 card pulls for Colleen now. I've already shuffled them at least 3 times, but I'll shuffle them again. And these are the Julia Anchorhaven breakaway deck.
Yeah.
These are super badass cards, man. They're extremely highly detailed. I was beyond impressed with the quality of these cards, and they exceeded my own expectations. So I'm going to do a 3 card pull. First card is extra solar. That means that you've been in the program's extra solar, which means the planets outside of our solar system. It's definitely connected to the time travel. It's definitely connected to Project Phoenix. That's beyond obvious because that's one of the biggest things we did at Montauk was the time travel stuff. That's exactly what Project Phoenix 3 was. And through Project Phoenix 3, we did so much time travel stuff that some of us were actually in Project Phoenix 1 and Project Phoenix 2. So imagine going back in the past in the 60s and the 50s and the 70s, and you're in all the different projects all at once in different altars or different shards of you. So it's pretty cool, man. All right, so the second card. Oh, that motherfucker just popped right out. Espionage. you know that one of your biggest skills is espionage. They send us into all kinds of locations around the world for artifact retrieval, getting information we're not supposed to get, turning agents into double agents, getting into corporations, stealing their patents, sabotaging their patents, getting rid of their original designs. Like, we do all kinds of stuff, man. But espionage is one of the most interesting jobs because, like, it's all cover life stuff. It's all, you have to make sure your legend is correct. You got to make sure your backstory is correct. Anything they look into, if you're going to infiltrate a corporation and they do like a background check on you, we got to make sure the legend is as solid as possible because it shows all the places you worked. It shows your financial information. Everything's fabricated and it all links to offshore accounts and all that stuff. But the next one is MK Ultra. Yeah, you're definitely in the modern MK Ultra program. I did show you that in your session at more than a few deep underground military bases when you were a child, involving the train system and all that other stuff. So you're definitely one of us, Colleen. It's time for you to step forward and step into that truth, man, because you are a Medusa. So.
Wow, holy shit. That's like a lot of yeah, that's amazing for Colleen. That's really good. Oh yeah. I mean it's like, you know, if I think she should come forward as well. That'd be yeah. Okay, the next person is Matthew's wife, Honora, and she didn't really have a question. I think she just wanted like a general oracle card reading. Yeah.
All right. Nachtwaffen. What are the odds? Honora, you obviously know you and your husband, me and your husband were together as children in the deep underground military bases, and we went through some pretty traumatic stuff. So it wouldn't be illogical to think that you served with us directly in Nachtwaffen. I'm not saying Matthew's in Nachtwaffen. We never confirmed that, but you are definitely in the secret space program and in Nachtwaffen. And the first time I saw you was at Conscious Life Expo. You were with Matthew, and I took that controversial photo of you guys standing on the staircase, and I sent it to Matthew out of nowhere with no context for the first time. And Matthew didn't know how to take it. He thought he was like being spied upon. This random person on the internet sends him this photo from a distance of you guys standing on the staircase, and Matthew was like, "Who the hell is this?" And it turns out we're just brothers from another mother, and like we basically made an agreement before we incarnated to kind of meet each other in the here and now and reawaken each other and remind each other that we're all in the programs together. I'm gonna pull 3 cards for you, Honora, since you're part of the family. Soul Sight. That means you obviously are a psychic. You have these intuitive abilities, and you know it. This is like you and Matthew. You guys are the readers. You guys can see beyond the veil, and that's why you're such a powerful team together, man. All right, so this is this is the Japanese, one of the Japanese factions. So you might have an altar, or you deal in the Japanese secret space program of some kind. You might be connected to Kruger or Arasaka Robotics or something like that. But the Japanese space programs, man, they have some of the best technology that I've ever seen, period, hands down. Kruger and Arasaka, some of the most advanced corporations I've ever seen in my life, man.
Wow. Holy shit. Like, yeah. Let me see here. So I guess I'll just go from the beginning of the chat now until someone else donates. I'll see. Oh no, we had a couple super chats, but let's see what let's see what they're. I'll do those first, and then yeah.
And remember, we're doing general Q&A questions. If I can answer it or something, guys, that's free. It's just we're not charging for that.
Okay, I'll just go from the beginning, yeah, because the super chat. Okay, because yeah, I'll just go from the Let me see here. The chat's really popping tonight. Holy shit! Oh, we got little Cam. He did a little super chat. He said he could use like a general reading. I don't know.
Cam, what would you like? Please respond in the comment real quick.
Yeah, say James just donated. Let me see here. Okay, I just
Are you
saw
just
it.
wanting just me to pull an Oracle card and see if you have a connection to the programs or the secret space program or something? Okay, he said, will he be in his own apartment soon? Will Cam be in his own apartment soon? Yes. Is there a level of targeting that's preventing him from accessing that timeline? Yes. Is Cam in the programs? Yes. Does Cam have handlers that are actively preventing that from happening? Yes. Interesting.
Wow. Like I wonder who his handlers are. Like maybe some of his close family or something like that, or maybe
Usually handlers are direct family. They're your bosses at your job. They're your best friend. They are your mate. They are the person you're talking to on the internet behind the scenes. You have no idea how these handlers are interact with you unless you literally. What I do in my hypnosis sessions when I have someone under, I identify all their active handlers. And it's pretty controversial to find out the truth, to find out your own family members are in the programs, or like the person you married is also in the programs and they have no idea they're even in the programs. And you got to discover this secondhand through your own hypnosis session. Like, that's why I tell people, man, get these in-person hypnosis sessions, man. They are freaking mind-blowing, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, I had a girlfriend, like not the girl I broke up with in 2020. Oh, I don't want to say who it was because like I don't want people to put the name
Yeah.
together. But anyway, like when we were together, like it felt like she was like working on a science project or something, or like you know what I mean? Like I often thought to myself, it's like I was like, man, she seems like she's like an agent or something. I was like,
Rob, you're too important to have a regular relationship with anybody. People like us, they arrange most of our relationships behind our back. And what they do, they find someone with all the attributes and all the characteristics and all your sexual fetishes that you're into. They throw that into one person. They randomly come into your life. You're like, this is too good to be true. You're
that was
smiling
it, dude.
because it's hitting you just like that.
Dude,
That's what they do, dude. They do that. They know what we like with our porn habits. They activate our front and rear camera on our phone, watching how we react to what we're looking at. They know everything about you. They tailor people to our likings and everything we need in our life. They will have those characteristics. Sometimes it'll be where it's a purely physical kind of relationship. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like connection going on, a lot of like mental stuff. That stuff is the worst because it keeps you on this psychological loop you can't ever escape from, right? Because they don't want you to have a regular relationship. When you're happy, you're having a regular life, you don't question a lot. You're not lashing out. You're not trying to discover the secrets of the secret space program, man. You're like just living life. And like if the programs truly knew that the less they fuck with us, the more we wake up, the more we fight back. It's like they're so stupid. If they just left us alone, the movement can possibly die if you think about it, because it's them putting all that energy hitting us that makes us step forward in the end. It makes us write these books because we think we're going to die soon. You know what I'm saying? So like they're making it worse for themselves the more they push up against us. More resistance will happen. So it's like it's not even playing they're playing 5D chess with 12D chess players.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, they give us motivation, like almost like it's like they give us like the drive.
They
to
are
want
the
to
gasoline to our exploded fire. Yes.
It's like the Force. It's like the rebels versus the dark side in Star Wars, almost.
Quite
You know?
literally. That's why I called one of my podcasts the Rebel Collective, because we are the rebels of the universe. We are fighting the Empire. We are fighting these regressive ETs. We are trying to dismantle their system. And we would rather have our planet explode with us on it than allow them to win. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like we're here to die 1,000 more times to make sure we win this battle, this war, this. It's been going on for billions of years, man. Billions of years. Like, when is the end? You know, everybody's like talking about 1,000 years of light. We're about to enter the golden age, 1,000 years of light. That's a fucking joke. 1,000 years. You know how long the lifetime of a draconian is, or some of these ET beings? 1,000 years is like them being 3 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some beings, that's in a blink. That's how they perceive time. outside of being when you enter transdimensionality, it's a fucking joke. 1,000 years of light for what? Out of billions of years of warring? Come on, we got to do better, man. People need to stop being complacent and lazy and not being the change they want to see in the world. They want everyone else to rise up. They want everyone else to take their power back while they sit and bitch about it on Instagram, making comments of stuff they would never even do in real life.
Absolutely.
So again, who do you want to be in this time? This is your Akashic record. You've already died in this lifetime. Remember that. In this moment, you have already lived and already died. Who do you want to be remembered as? The person who sat back that did absolutely nothing in the end when you needed to be there for everybody, but you chose the savior from outside instead of being the savior from within? I'm not going to be the external savior. I'm putting foot to ass now. I'm the change I want to see. I became the change. Everybody needs to become it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was really well said, dude. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so the next one is Wizard Whitgifts. He sent he sent let me see here. Thank you, James. It was nice of him. He sent $12. So he gets the Oracle card pull and then the dowsing, right? So like
Yep.
I don't know what let me see what his question was. He says, is the reason why DNA has been traded and sold often because the PAA tau level of authority?
Can you put that on the screen?
I can type it out real quick. Let me see if I can put it up. It was a message in PayPal. So let me see if he can let me see. I'll write it.
Maybe
here it is. I got it here. He put it up on the screen. Sorry. He said is the reason the DNA has been traded and sold so often.
The Patal. Gotcha.
The Patal. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Is the reason his DNA been traded and sold so often is because of the Patel level of authority? Is this because he's an extremely high-ranking being? Yes. Is this because he is hierarchically more akin to a teacher and a wizard warrior? Yes. Are they using his DNA to make clones and mixing it with other different beings? Yes. Are any of these beings Sophianic in nature? Yes. Are they trying to crack the Sophianic code? Yes. Is this from his bloodline? Yes. Is this also from his soul evolution line? Yeah. So he's a big player behind the scenes.
What's the Sophianic code?
Okay, so you heard of Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
That's called the Christos light. That's the masculine form of the duality of this universe.
Okay,
the feminine version of that is Sophia, Sophianic. So you have the female, Sophia, the male, the Christos. It is the perfect balance of this universe, and that creates the duality. If you remove one, you have nothing but chaos imploding on itself. Yeah. Worldwide catastrophes, I've never said that before. Galactic upheaval. You'll see that sun starts arcing, and we'll have a lot of solar disruption, and we're just right now we're in this point of the precession of the equinox where we're starting to speed up through a certain part of the universe because our binary sun is called the black sun. We're actually in a binary star system, and this binary star is pulling us into this football-shaped elliptical orbit. And this is what Adolf Hitler was obsessed with, was this black sun over here, because they realized they can use the solar energy from this and power over almost everything with 0-point stuff. And this was a major hub into this solar system because remember, my finger here represents the sun plus all of our planets, and it's all spinning like this. And it takes 25,920 years to make a single rotation. So right now we're going into a really trashy part of the universe, and asteroids are hitting, comets are coming through, different celestial bodies are hitting other planets and other moons. So like, definitely we're interesting part of the time right now, man. Like we're here watching the hell rain down, and we got the popcorn watching from the side stands, man, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. I hope that resonates with you, James. Let me go to the next one here. The next one was I'm just reading this off my phone. It's Kevin Durst, and he's not in the chat for some reason. I don't think he is. Kevin, if you're in the chat, can you put your questions in the chat? Because he donated $20. Like, I wonder if he had 3 questions or if he just donated just to donate. Let me see. I don't know what his questions were.
Hey, Jay Skyrunner, that's a great kind of opinion to have. Take the readings you get from others and always verify it with hypnosis sessions and remote viewing. Don't just blindly believe people. That's one of the problems with different readers that's going on right now is everybody's just blindly believing everything they're told. And there is no scrutiny. They're not investigating it. Like, let's take my trauma twin, my genetic sister, Julie at Anchorhaven. Any reading that comes in about her, she writes it down. She verifies that with other remote viewers, with the Akashic Records, hypnosis sessions, stuff like that. So just take it as possibilities, but always verify it. So that's always a smart position to have.
I think Katie said he just wants 3 cards. If she says, I believe 3 cards if it's the same person, but I don't know where he is here. Let me see if I can find him. Kevin Durst, if you're in the house.
All right, so Danny Hancock, I'm sorry, Danny wanted, I never know the last name with your little at part. So let's do Danny's reading. She just wants a card. Anybody else that wants a card or a dowsing rod session or a dowsing rod question, remember the first one's free. So you can either get an oracle card for free or a dowsing rod yes or no question for free.
Okay. Until this guy answers, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll just go down the list, right? That's a good idea. Yeah. Let me see here.
So Danny, it looks like you are in the programs and you do possibly have an altar of a scientist and a dumb, and you are involved in genetics. So more than likely you're involved in hybridization. You're more than likely involved in time travel programs, because a lot of the hybridization, we're going back and forth in time and we're having this war of the timelines. And the only way to beat the war of the timelines is to keep mixing genetic hybrids and creating these hybrids that are stronger than our predecessors and the ones we're fighting that this is literally a war over time. We go back and we change something, the bad guys go back and make it worse. They go back and make this bad change. We go back to correct it. They go back in time before us, before they went back, and then they reverse it again. So all these Mandela effects, all time is starting to collapse upon itself. And if we do not fix these time rips, this timeline can implode on itself, because it was never supposed to be edited so many times. And again, this is where the Mandela effect is. Everybody from these other timelines are now thrown in this one big pot of multiverse where everybody experiencing the Mandela effects, everyone's right. No one's wrong. Whatever they experienced is true. Everyone's arguing about what's true and what Darth Vader said. It's both true, no matter who's viewing it. But the problem is they threw us into one video game. All the separate video games that we're playing collapsed into one system video game. And that's why we're having all this catastrophe. That's why the elites are ramping everything up right now. They're turning up the harp. They're turning on this. They're doing all the CERN stuff. Like, everybody's like, cool, they turned off CERN. You don't think that they have backup Hadron Colliders they've never talked about? And they're in the dumbs. They have large Hadron Colliders in some of these dumbs, and they're not even talked about because it's classified. So, like, don't think that shutting down one is going to make this massive kind of change. And everyone's like, we're winning, blah, blah, blah. The bad guys would have never turned it off unless they had to. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen, but the timeline's getting pretty interesting and it's getting pretty freaking dark. So
yeah,
I guess it always gets darkest before the dawn, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So this guy answered. His name's he has a funny YouTube name. His name's Clubber Lang. You remember Clubber Lang from Rocky? But
Interesting.
But his name's Kevin Durst, and he says I PayPal you for 3 cards. I guess I don't know if he had. I guess he just wants three cards. I guess. And I'll go to the beginning of the questions or whatever.
Okay, so the first card, heal, go with the flow. So apparently you may be going through something in your life right now that you never really healed from. It could be from your childhood. It could be from a relationship. It could be a financial thing. Whatever is going on in your life, man, you got to let it go. You can forgive that person. And what I mean by that is you don't have to forgive the person for however you were traumatized, however they broke your heart. What I recommend for all my clients when I do consultations is I have them write down in a notebook everything you want to say to that person. Talk to this as if it's first person, as if they are across from you. And if you have to yell at them while writing down those words in all caps with exclamation points, scream at them in the writing, do whatever you need to do. Release it, send it back to source. It's telling you to heal now because it's showing you that you're stuck in Groundhog Day. You can't escape the Groundhog Day, that loop you're on. Whatever obstacle you're experiencing now, it's because you're not letting the past go and healing from your traumas. In order to pop into the better timelines, you have to let it go because the trauma is a locked in timeline that is finite. Means it's a loop. It's going to repeat over and over and over. You can never escape it until you lose to forgive it, which means it lets it go when you pop into a new timeline where that trauma and everything's not healing you, it's not holding you back anymore. So I promise, if you forgive them, let it go. Write it on a piece of paper, write it down on 12 pages. It doesn't matter. Write as long as you need, then burn the pages. It's a symbol of transmutation. You're taking everything from the past, you're writing it down, you're now dissolving it. You're letting it go energetically. It's becoming the ashes. So imagine that, just the weight lifting and leaving you forever. Kruger, oh shit. So you're definitely a secret space program. Looks like you may be in the Kruger secret space program. That's a hardcore one, man. I was created by Kruger, and then after they programmed and trained me, they then put me into Nachtwaffen. Kruger has all the cybernetics. They have some of the best technology that exists, man. If you're in Kruger, you're considered a badass in the universe, man, because Kruger is one of the best mercenary forces that I've ever seen in my entire life, and all the secret space programs combined. They have, hands down, some of the best technology, man, and it's beyond impressive, but it gets big time into transhumanism. Damn. You're also involved in the Orion Syndicate. You could be connected to the Orion Wars. You might have Orion handlers in your life now. There could be Greys. There could be Draconians. They could be handlers in your life. It connects to Orion somehow. I would recommend maybe having someone like Amir Jahangiri. He's the Wizard of Wivenhoe, one of the best remote viewers I've ever met in my life, and we have a podcast together called The Spiritual Bro Show on YouTube. Definitely follow him. Get deep dives from Amir, man. He's considered one of the best that I know, period. I recommend him constantly. Sean Bond's another amazing one. Christy Campbell is another amazing one. If you guys need any links for any of those people, send me a message on Facebook or something, and I'll send you all their links and all their prices. So again, just like Jay Skyrunner said, take the information today, verify it with remote viewers, verify that from your own Akashic record, and get hypnosis sessions on it.
Absolutely. Let me see here. The super chats aren't showing up. The next person was I'll just read this off because they're coming in as PayPal donations. So I'll get these people first. The next person was Kelly Newton, and she wrote Oracle card, please. She says, my YouTube name is Mystical Awakening 444. She says, my question is, was I abducted by aliens? Did they take my DNA?
Was she abducted by aliens? Yes. Was she also abducted by the military? Yes. Has she been getting abducted since childhood? Yes. Do they abduct her on a regular basis? Yes. Is she actively in the secret space program? Yes. Pretty awesome.
Wow, holy shit.
Welcome to the Cold Club, man. If you're in the secret space program, you are a unique warrior, and it shows in your sigil of energy across the cosmos that we are here at Project Earth in the secret space program, and we are considered like the Vikings of the time. You know what I'm saying? The true badasses of everything. So I've always liked that idea.
The next one, I guess, gonna go through this is Kat Labine, and she sent a PayPal as well. And she says her message just says, "Hey Rob, it's Kat. 3 cards, please." She says
3 cards. Kat Labine is the original Catherine the Great, the
Whoa.
original soul of Catherine the Great. I know this because it shows in her hypnosis session I personally did on her. And the thing I love about that most is me and Kat know each other from other lifetimes. And if you watch that hypnosis session on my YouTube, Portal to Another Dimension, I found out that I was her closest advisor during that lifetime when she was the Russian Empress. And I helped guide her decisions and some of the most important things in life, man. So what an honor. That's like the 3rd major queen of antiquity and history that I've had the honor of serving with since Lyra. And one of the other queens was Yimi Janae of the Farsight Institute. She was the literal sitting queen of Lyra when the Draconians originally invaded. And I was her brother and hand of the king and the queen. I sat to her right. So I was pretty much the 3rd most powerful person on Lyra, on the royal court. And this is shown in my Akashic record. Anybody can remote view that. Anybody can see that in my Akashic record. So, Kat, what an honor to help navigate history and to help be there at all the times when you were betrayed. So, all right,
Wow.
We got 3 cards coming for Kat. Yeah, Kat's so awesome, man. She ended up getting some of the Vader shades. I talk about hiding from the flock cameras and the surveillance and the cameras. You guys need to go to vader.com, VAYDR.com. They sell these anti-surveillance glasses that blocks all infrared cameras. All night vision cameras are infrared. They can see right through your sunglasses if you're not wearing it and read your biometrics from these camera systems on the light systems at the stoplights. So, dude, use my promo code, save a couple of bucks. I think it's like Drago5. You can save some money at vader.com. All right, Kat. Pulling your cards.
Yeah, I want to
now.
get those shades. Those shades look cool as hell. I like those, and I need them for absolutely. Those I'm definitely using those.
Honestly,
what's the promo code again? Drago5.
Yeah, Drago5. It saves you just a little bit of cash. The thing I like about them the most is I have like 40 pairs of Wayfarer style sunglasses, and I don't wear none of them anymore, man. I only wear Vaders 100% no matter where I go. I just don't. Once you start wearing Vader, man, you don't want to wear nothing else. You don't want to be all classy and pulling up certain shades and shit like that, because once you protect your identity, man, you don't go back.
Yeah. And you're
right,
and what they can read from your eyes is like they can read like biometric patterns and stuff in your eyes and stuff, right? Or like
okay, so imagine if I'm wearing direct solid black sunglasses right now and I'm outside. All these surveillance since I think 2027 or 2028, they're going to make it where all the new automobiles and vehicles come with AI video cameras that watch you while you drive, and it watches your eyes, and it's going to determine if you're on your cell phone, if you're distracted. It's going to make you responsible for accidents. It's like a spy thing that violates the Fourth Amendment, and I don't even see how they can legally do that. But what it does is any kind of surveillance camera, any flock camera, any camera on a business, all the infrared sensor on that night vision, it can see right through your sunglasses. So if you're going to rob someone, you're wearing a nice hat, you're wearing a mask, you're wearing sunglasses over that, the night vision cameras see right through your glasses, and it sees your eyes as if you're not even wearing sunglasses. Most people don't know that. So what these glasses do, it runs this GLX technology where it's like this green frequency spectrum of light, and it neutralizes the infrared coming in, so it can't see through your eyes and pull biometrics. It is freaking amazing.
I gotta.
So what I'm doing is I'm partnering with a lot of anti-surveillance companies. I want to get into help. I show people how to protect themselves, how to protect their identity, how to ground. So any of you guys that's part of any kind of health stuff, grounding stuff, anything that might align with my brand, let me know, and we'll see if we can do a sponsor. All right, Kat.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Diplomat. Ambassador, envoy. She was the Empress of Russia. I think this basically sums up her entire energy, and she's really important behind the scenes, like galactically. She was also involved with the Orion Wars herself, a lot of ET stuff. So the original Catherine the Great was also involved with a lot of these galactic wars. So guys, watch her session. It's only about 5 or 6 videos deep that I posted on my YouTube channel, Portal to Another Dimension. Card 2, Jupiter. Yeah, you either have served on Jupiter or you have been on Jupiter's moons. So this is definitely a secret space program. This is definitely traveling in ships. This can be portal technology. But you know about all of that stuff because a lot of that space and ET stuff came up during your freaking mind-blowing session, because I think her session was like 5 hours, and we
Holy
had to
shit.
make it 2 parts, part 1, part 2. Imagine 5 hours of next level mind-blowing information. That was Kat's session.
Wow.
Spencer Biotechnic. This is another name for the Monarch program. So Kat, you obviously know you're on the programs. We confirm that. So it's confirming that, yes, what we came up with in your session is 100% accurate, and you are definitely in the programs. And Kat, if there's a yes or no question you want me to answer real quick, go ahead, because you're special.
Let me see here. She responds. Right. Let me see here.
And thank you guys for everyone participating in this. This is the first time that I've done anything like this ever. And this is the first time me and Rob's done this. Like we're splitting everything, man. This is fun. You know, it's not like a formal kind of interview. It's cool just to have like a back and forth and get to know people and discover more about yourselves, man. And this is just giving you a peek into what I do with consultations. So with dowsing rods, I do shotgun style. So imagine you giving me a question or a theme and I just answer one question after another. I'm an interrogator in the programs. I use the Socratic method of law to ask questions, and I can ask unlimited questions. So imagine how many questions I can ask, and good for you, in 1 hour.
That's
so
insane, yeah.
Just keep in mind. So anybody want dowsing rod sessions? I do the deep dive Zoom ones. It's $150 an hour. If you want Oracle card reading sessions, $75 an hour, or just an average $75 consultation. We talk about your life. We talk about your obstacles in your life. Let's rub minds together. That's what most of my consultations are about, just to be heard, to be seen, to get, what should I do with my life at this point,
Yeah. By the way, dude, I totally forgot about this. Like, I got to give Julie Anchorhaven a shout out. Like, she gave me a promo code for her Breakaway Oracle. So if you guys want to buy her Breakaway Oracle and use the code TSP10, you'll save a little bit of money, and and Julie is doing a great thing with her Oracle deck. Like, as you can see, Drago's using the cards, and I know John Whitberg's involved in it. So yeah, I just been so busy, I forget shit. You know what I mean? I forget everything. I don't know why.
Honestly, man, her deck is the most awesome deck I've ever seen in my life. It is that detailed. It is so detailed that I almost felt like she pulls shit out of my mind to come up with some of these images. Even John, you know what I'm saying? And the quality of these images is how I would have made my Oracle cards. So when I saw them, I'm like fucking mind blown, like humbly, like you exceeded every expectation I ever had. So guys, buy this deck from Julia. You could find it on her Facebook page and on her website. It's all linked. We'll link it below.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this was Nathan Wayswitch Fox. He says he sent a $5 super chat. I don't know what his question is though. I mean, I'll keep looking for it, but I mean, I don't know. Jay or Nathan, can you see? Usually they have like the thing up top where I can just go to the super chats, but it's not letting me. It's not letting me do that for some reason. So I don't know why. It's like it's kind of messed up. Yeah. Let me see here. Nate, what's your question? Nathan Wayswitch Fox, if you can put it in the chat. And I'll just go to another question. This is let's see here. Okay, this is I'll go do this one right now until we get his question. This is Entertainment Extreme Network. He says, "Can I have a raw dowsing reading? I need to know if I was a SSP Super Soldier Pram for the Alpha Draco."
Are you asking if you were a Draconian super soldier or a super soldier connected to the Alpha Draconians? Because when you say Alpha Draco, does that mean, are you asking if you were, again, a super soldier Alpha Draconian, or if they were maybe your handlers, or they maybe have hybridized you or something? Can you be a little bit more specific?
Yeah.
Because it says, was I in an SSP super soldier program for the Alpha Draco? Let's just say, okay, we'll do this. Since I don't see a name on it, I'm just going to refer to you as Entertainment. Rods, please confirm that the name is Entertainment. Yes. All right. Did the Alpha Draconians put this person into a super soldier program? Yes. Does this person have active Alpha Draconian handlers? Yes. Are they here monitoring this conversation right now? Yes. So that's important. If you're a hybrid project for the Draconians, especially the Alphas, that means you're a badass somehow. And more than likely, they're hybridizing you with other different special beings.
Hell yeah. There you go, Entertainment. And this is a cool one from Katie Smiles. She says, actually a question. She says, I have consistent dreams of being underground in a war with the unseen enemy. She says, am I still in service, or is this memories?
Is Katie active currently in the programs? Yes. Are these actual memories that are coming in? Yes. Are these also just randomly generated dreams? Yes. Are they also cover hiding other real experiences? Yes. So it's a mix of both dreams and program dreams as an overlay to cover up something that's really happening to you. You'll know because a lot of times it's like a repetitive dream. It'll change, it might repeat, but obviously there's a repetitive theme to it, and usually that's part of a program dream.
Wow. Is that what you see a lot in like sessions? Like, is that like people have stuff like that, or like?
Yep, most of it is programming dreams. Like no one ever brought this terminology forward except for me, and it was during the James Rink Super Soldier Conference back, last October. And I talked about the DARPA Dreamweavers, and they're basically the DARPA dream programmers. And I came across one at that conference. I put him under, I knew nothing about the guy, and it turned out he was the one that I was talking about in the beginning of my timeline about how they would program me in vitro and they would give me all these nightmares while I was in the damn womb of my mother. And then when I was born, I had all these nightmare dreams, and these nightmares, they lasted a long part of my life. And he was one of the main ones responsible. So it's pretty interesting how it actually works. There's people assigned to you to give you your dreams, and it's not just some random satellite. It's not just an ET, sometimes just focusing that intent. A lot of it's coming from an actual military handler from a deep underground military base that is active, that is an employee of you. I mean, they're literally licensed and attached to you as a handler. So it gets pretty damn involved.
Wow. Holy shit. I found Nathan's question. Here he goes. He says, why, Ian, is it my breakaway bloodline correct? He says, am I fighting against the Mitra? Am I moving towards the highest timeline? He says.
Nathan, can you clarify what you mean by is my breakaway bloodline correct? I don't understand the context. Is he fighting with the Matra? Yes. Is this benefiting him? Yes. Is this also hurting him? Yes. Is it benefiting him from the soul evolution of the experience? Yes. Is he moving towards his highest timeline? Yes.
I'll get this. Okay, so this lady's upset she didn't get a read. I'm sorry, Jenny. I didn't see your. I'll look for your whatchamacallit right now. Let me see if she has a question. She says, "You're not being missed, Jenny." I mean, it's just like.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through. So if you felt you've been skipped at all, just put the question back up in the comments. It's
Here, I'll
it's
get
pretty
them now.
simple.
These are the super chats. And guys, here's what it is. Usually on StreamYard, they gives me an option. I can go to the regular chat or I can go to the super chat for some reason. And figure this is me. Like it's not giving me that option to click on the super chats. Usually I can click on the super chats, but I can't click on them at all. So it's just like they're coming through the regular chat and the regular chat's flying. So it's nothing against you guys. And I appreciate everybody donating with, yeah, that's why it's easier to do PayPal, but I will do Amy next. So, okay. Sorry about that. And you'll be next, Jenny. Amy says, can I get 3 cards, please? And she says, thanks. And I'll look for your super chat now, Jenny. Sorry about that.
All right.
Where is Jenny? Damn, the chat really is going. Holy shit.
All right, Amy, first card. Missing time. This is abduction. Obviously, you should already know that. You're more than likely part of the programs. This is either ET or military based. What I'd recommend is you need to find someone who specializes in memory retrieval. I'm one of the very few people that does deep dives in memory retrieval. I don't know if you can get to me in person in Tampa, but I specialize in deep dives and deconstructing memory partitionings and vault systems that are located within parts of your mind that encases all this programming. And I can tiptoe and navigate around a lot of that stuff, and I can open doors that were previously locked. And that'll be a key to giving your memories back. Intelligence, military analyst. So you work behind the scenes, giving also super soldiers intelligence. You're giving that information we need to feed into the AI. This can be HUMINT, which is human intelligence. It could be all kinds of stuff. So you're a person that works behind the scenes. Perhaps you have an alter in the secret space program. So you're operating behind the scenes. You're gathering the intelligence information we need to have successful missions, and you're giving that to the people on the ground. Soul sight. So you have a psychic sense. Either you know about it or it's innately blocked because you're keeping yourself locked into a certain timeline. If you want to expand it, you need to identify what your obstacles are, and you need to forgive the past. So identify your obstacles. Realize the obstacles are your fault because you're choosing to be stuck in that situation. This is generalizing to everybody, so this applies to everybody as well. Identify your obstacles. You are alone responsible for leaving that timeline, entering a better timeline. You can't blame it on God. You can't blame it on the angels for not giving you what you think you deserve. You're choosing to stay in that trauma. No one can give you something you're not willing to leave yourself.
Okay, I found. Sorry. Are we still? Yeah. The next person is Jenny. I found her super chat. She says, "I would like a reading, please." She says, "General."
Okay, so a general. Is Jenny connected to the secret space program? Is Jenny in off-world projects? Does this connect to ETs? Does this connect to black military? Yes. Has she been getting abducted since she was a child? Yes. Is she stuck in some kind of unhealed trauma? Yes. Is that unhealed trauma designed to keep her asleep in some aspects? Yes. Does she need to face that trauma? Yes. Only you know what that is, Jenny. Now's the time. Remember, everything is being recorded in this time. This is the Akashic record. It's what we do in the now that's going to affect all the multiverse, all the timelines. So you got to be the change you want to see no matter what's going on in your life. Whatever you wanted to become, the person you know you are, start being it. Stop waiting for it to just manifest and start doing the work to achieve it. And once you start doing that, the universe will just give it to you. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Also, I'll pull a card for her real quick. Extra solar. Yeah, you're definitely serving off planet. You're part of this secret space program. This can be from other lifetimes, but you're definitely in the galactic orbit of what is happening right now. And that's why you're here in this time in this space. You're here to awaken yourself and others around you, and this is why you resonate to this stuff so much. I don't recognize your channel, but if that resonates, let me know.
You know what? I just got a private message from Yemi. She wants that. She said she'd like a general card pull, and
General
she's
card
like,
pull.
yeah, she's priority.
Yeah,
Right?
everybody, me and Yemi Janae just started a new podcast, and we let you guys choose the new name of our podcast. And 98% of the entire world there was probably 20 different places that post was located on in groups and stuff. 98% around the people decided to call it Echoes of Lyra. So that's the name of our new podcast, and that was coined to embody our story from Lyra and how important it is to establish that as the beginning of this local universe and how all this started, and we're going back to the beginning.
That's awesome. Okay.
Shield. So the conversation we had before me and Rob started, Yemi, everything I told you to do and how I told you to envision it, this is showing you, remember I told you to use the fire? This is how you do it. It's showing you this is the most important thing you need to do right now, and that's how they're hitting you the most. So every day you wake up, it's entering the video game again. It's playing the video game again. So you got to walk into the video game, put on your armor of God, put on your shield, and do not let it come down. Even when you go to sleep, you have to program it and say, my shields will be up even when I sleep. You have to see that your shields never come down ever, period. If they try to breach your shields, you burn the fuck out of them and you kill them if they push into you. You have to show that you're not going to be all love and light and send them kitten kisses and unicorns and rainbows like the loving community does, the light community. Let's send them love and transmutation. That will not stop a demon a lot of the times. Fight fire with fire. Second card is just breathe. We were just talking about that. What are the odds that these cards are coming up? We just talked about this. You're just getting your certifications in breath work. Whatever is happening in life, you just breathe. It's a form of meditation. It's a form of coming back to the now moment. It removes you from the past. It removes you of projections of fear of the future, the what if. So breathing puts you here. So just remember, even though you're so busy, just like I am, remember that you are a powerful being, but you have to give your time to breathe. You can't always just be, you can't be the role that you call yourself the most. You have to have time for yourself. And it's just telling you, shield yourself, fight fire with fire, breathe, come back to the now moment. And that is the Jesus Christ. We just talked about all this, Jimmy. I'm laughing. This was causing your memory loss. This is causing from the reinforcement programming. That's the key. Shield yourself, fight fire with fire, breathe, and then the memories will start coming in like more downloads like you were talking about coming in recently.
I'll get to the next one.
What are the odds, man? Like these cards, they're magical. It's like whatever card I'm going to pull for anybody. This is a holographic matrix, everybody. So every single card that is on this deck doesn't even exist until I turn it over. So whatever is pulled, that is connected to that person's consciousness. It's freaking mind-blowing.
Absolutely. Let me see. It really is. I would agree with that. Let me see here. The next one was Ice Meiji. Here she is, right here. She says, "What color SSP Voltron Lion am I?" She says.
We need to keep this to a yes or no question or an oracle card reading. I can't answer that without using those two modalities.
Okay.
But I do love the Voltron lion. Voltron, man, is one of my favorite cartoons because I was born in 1980, man. So
Me too.
we had He-Man, we had Thundercats, we
Voltron.
had freaking Voltron. They were the precursors to the damn Power Rangers, man.
Remember GoBots too? Do you remember
Oh
GoBots?
man, I remember GoBots. That reminds me of like the era of Micro Machines.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? If it doesn't say Micro Machines, it's not the real thing. The guy that would speak the fastest world record. That's the good old days, man. Innocent childhood, man.
Oh yeah. I still watch there's like this channel I watch. It's called Dial Up Days, where they talk. It's like the days of the dial up, the internet, and before, and like he covers a lot of like pop culture and shit like that. Like, dude, I love that stuff, man. Like, I mean, I like to live in the now too, but I love those days. You know what I mean? Because it was like a special time. I feel like our generation, but like the people from the 80s and 90s were like the last generation to like grow up without internet. So it's like we got to be in both worlds. We got to exist before the internet and then with the internet and now in the internet age. So it's like three different iterations, kind of, you know?
It's almost like we're peeking behind the veil of all the youngsters and what the truths that they've never even discovered yet. We were shown realities that they won't discover for an entire lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff we had to live through technology wise. Like, I'm so old. I'm 46. We had the rotary phone.
I remember that, dude.
Before that, we had the corded phone. If you had the cord, you got to grab it off the wall and sneak it through another room, and you got to whisper. You're like,
yeah,
my mom's not listening, and then you hear like,
dude, I remember that.
You hear like your parents breathing. You're like, Mom, get off the phone. Seriously? That's the good old days, man. Now your parents just track your damn cell phone.
Dude, that was hilarious. Yeah. Okay, I'll move to the next one. The next one is the Android. I'm trying to get through you guys' super chat. So, but it is better to do PayPal, guys, if you can, and because it's because you remember YouTube takes 40%, guys. So like, you know, I know you guys like
Jesus, I didn't know that.
They take 45%. They either take 40 or 45%, and then I don't see the super chats for a month. Whereas like if someone PayPal's, like, that's why I tell them, because like I'm splitting this with you, so I'm like, I want everybody to donate with PayPal, so like I can, like, you know, it's more that I can give Drago at the end of the night, guys. So yeah, definitely do. Like, I appreciate you guys doing super chat, but try to do PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. That's easier, you know, like. And then YouTube doesn't take 40%. Sorry, that's my little rant. That's all you'll hear from me about.
That's a necessary rant. I did not know that, so I'm shocked. I'm like, the words I want to say I can't say because it's illegal to say it in certain states. So I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take. You know, I mean, they do that with something else too. Like like I think ad revenues. Like it's not a lot. I don't know, but the Andromedan says, what types of SSP do I have, Earth or off world?
Does the Andromedan have Earth-based experiences in the programs? Does the Andromedan have experiences in space? Does the Andromedan have an Andromedan past life? Yes. Do this Andromedan and I know each other from the secret space program? Yes. What type of SSP? Are they in human-based SSP? Yes. Are they an ET-based SSP? So you're saying that there is an ET body involved that they inhabit in a secret space program as well. All right. What types of SSP? Is this person in Nachtwaffen? Yes. Is this person in Solar Warden? Yes. Is this person, have they served in more than 3 factions? Yes. All right, so we'll do 3 cards since they did 20. First card is breakaway civilian. This means that you serve in off-planet programs, non-military oriented. This can be a single altar where you may serve in a corporate as some kind of corporate placement. This could be off. This can be on any moon. This can be in any of the breakaways. This could also be connected to Nachtwaffen. If you're connected to Nachtwaffen, it might connect to Nachtwaffen. It might also connect to the Japanese. Second card is you are an observer, architect of illusion. Interesting. So you have the ability to see behind the scenes through the veil. You can see beyond the programming, and you're one of maybe the black sheep of your family, the one that's maybe the most awakened. Diplomat. That means they use you in the programs between either human and ETs, or you're a diplomat in general. That's humans and ETs. So more than likely you're operating on ship of some kind. I've never heard of that tag, the Andromeda 2588. So you're new to me. A lot of you guys are new to me. So the more consistent you guys are in coming to live chats like this and being consistent, I start remembering you guys. Like James Whitkiss. Did I say that name right? Yeah, he's in the chats all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I know so much about that guy just because he does so much content with everybody else. But like, if you guys want to get to know me, man, start being more active in the chats, because remember, it doesn't say your name or anything, so you can't expect me to know who I'm talking to. So if you can, hey, say this is my name. If it doesn't say that on your tag, introduce yourself. That'll help a lot.
Yeah, I was just going through the chat and I saw something alarming. Like whoever was it, I don't know who this person was, but like mods, if you see this, like delete it. Like someone was being somewhat racist in the chat. Dude, I have no time for that, guys. Like, please do not bring that bullshit to this chat. Like, we're all one color, you know, like, and we're fighting against the system. So like, racism does not belong here at all, you know. Like,
yeah, that's instant delete and blocking kind of mentality right there.
Yeah, it's that. I mean,
what's the name of their channel?
Let me see who
just
it was.
So I can familiarize myself with that person.
Let me. It was. I'm looking here. Solar Serpentine. It said the racist comment. Soul Serpentine. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out, dude, but you shouldn't have been racist. That wasn't cool. You know.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. That's what's wrong with this community, man. You have people that's just wanting to come in here and just rile everybody up, and we don't have time for that, man. We're not here. We've already healed a lot of our traumas, man. Like, there are a certain set of people that do come in these comments on a regular basis, and it doesn't help the community. And you know what? We're getting to the point where we're just going to block all you guys. You can just create 1,000 accounts, but we're going to block all 1,000 of them, no matter what, because if you're going to come on my page and be disrespectful, like my personal Facebook page or like my YouTube page, and you're going to come at me, I have no tolerance for that stuff, man. That's not part of my timeline. And if that's your energy, you're not going to interact with me, period. So it sucks that there's that type of people out there, man.
Yeah. This was Louise Gray. She did 2 Joel donations. I don't know what those Joels equate to. I think they're like super chats, but like, she says, hi, Rob and Drago. Could I have a dowsing reading, please, related to SSP?
Hey, Lou, write down your 3 questions. I just did a consult with Lou. She's super awesome. We've interacted with each other in the programs. We've served together in the programs, and she's an important person as well in this whole timeline. And even Amir Jahangiri has verified her pedigree of what she's even a white dragon, man. She's very powerful. So please give me 3 questions you want me to answer, Lou.
These are some PayPals that came through. This is Karen McDonald. She says, thank you, Rob and Drago, but she didn't put a question. So maybe just like an oracle reading or something. Like, what do you think? Like,
sure, we can get to Karen's real quick. And Lou, make sure you get those 3 questions in.
Yeah. Well, I'll wait for Lou to put her questions in, but I'll look for them. Like, I'll definitely, you know what I mean? I'll pull her up next. Yeah. Yeah, Lou, just put your questions in. As soon as you put them up, I'll pull you up. You know, I won't forget about you.
Memory loss. You know that. Our first conversation about memories coming in, involving memory loss and being programmed, identifying what Amir found during your readings about how they were hitting you and targeting you. And this is one of the things you need to focus on when you come to see me in person with your hypnosis session. I'm going to give you a lot of your memories back. Monarch, you're definitely part of Monarch. We we were probably in the same dumps together. It could be as children. I don't remember. I don't think Amir talked about that during your reading, but we more than likely have a Monarch connection, and this is the ones that's doing all the trauma-based mind control, like physically mind fracturing and torturing the children in different ways. Time travel projects. You might be part of Project Phoenix. You are a portal opener. I know that. I remember Amir discovered that about you. So the fact that you're a white dragon, hanging out with the black dragons like me, and we're both portal makers, portal weavers, time weavers, that's pretty awesome, man. It's cool to meet you in this time and space and activate your memories and help you awaken from this point on, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Louise, yeah, and that was Karen, right? She didn't, and Louise didn't put her questions in yet. So I guess I'll keep wait. I will keep waiting. I'll move to another person. This is the next person is Rosemary Jaimes, and she says, "Hi Rob." She says, "Am I SSP general reading?" I'll take Wu's thing down for now until we till we get to her back to her. But yeah, this is Rosemary Jaimes, and she says, "Am I SSP?" And she did PayPal.
Is Rose SSP? Yes. Did Rose randomly find the Typical Skeptic podcast? That's a clear no. Was she led by her higher self to discover TSP, Typical Skeptic podcast? Yes. Is this where she will find the majority of her community? Yes.
Whoa.
Definitely
Cool.
involved.
Wow, that's cool. Oh yeah. And then Jay Skyrunner was next. He just says no. He says Jay Skyrunner, thank you for donating, Jay. He did PayPal, but again, he didn't put a question, so I'm not sure if he wants a oracle or a you know, like a dowsing question. I'm not sure.
Jay, just clarify in the comments and we'll get to you and make sure your questions are all answered.
Okay, so your friend Louise Gray got back to us. She says, "What factions?" I'll put her up on the screen. She says, "What factions? Any others?"
Is Luis in more than 5 factions? Yes. Is she in Noctwaffen? Yes. Is she in Solar Warden? Yes. Is she in Earth Defense Force? Yes. Has she served in JDFC, Joint Defense Force Command? Yes. Has she served in Kruger? Yes. This isn't shocking because, Luis, you served anywhere from 600 to 650 years in these programs. Usually when you serve that long, they put you in numerous projects and numerous altars and numerous shards. Has she served in the Japanese factions? Has she served in more than 3 Japanese factions? Yes. Has she served in the Chinese faction? Yes. So she served in Hong Long? Yes. She served in YNK, the Japanese? Yes. Wow, girl, you are out there. You are everywhere. And that's why you're so important. And that white dragon energy, man, they really suck the shit out of it and they will use you to the max in these programs. So remember, the more time travel, the more time you accumulate in the here and now as Lou. Look at the soul evolution you're getting now. That 600 to 650 years that you've put into these programs. Look at what you're experiencing. Look at what your soul is gaining from being in stuff like this. That's freaking mind-blowing. So that's just awesome. Like I've served anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 years as Drago Reid in the time travel projects. This is seen in my Akashic record. You can remote view that shit. So imagine that the person talking right now, it's not just the accumulation of a 46-year-old lifetime because I'm 46. It's like 46 plus 2,000 to 2,500 years on top of that. So just in soul evolution, man. Wow. Talk about being fast tracked.
Oh, let me see here. Who's next? Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone now because I have to manage the chat with my phone. Sorry, guys. So we had some super chats come through, and let me see here. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. Who's next? Okay. Okay. So that was all the PayPals. Sorry, guys. I'll get to the super chats here. I got you guys. It's easier for me to go through the chat with my phone. That's why my head's down. So don't think nothing of it, guys. So this is from Day One Max. He's donated $20 on Super Chat. He says general reading. He says.
Is he wanting general SSP? It's like with the $20 donation, you get 3 dowsing rod, yes or no questions, and 3 oracle card pulls. If you have any questions you want to answer specifically, go ahead and ask those in the chat, and I will get to your 3 cards now.
Okay, yeah, throw your questions in there, Day One Max. And then Louise Gray got us back to us again. She wanted to know what was her main role at Montauk.
Louise?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, got one more to pull. Saturn. This could be part of the Saturn syndicate. There's a lot of stuff being telecast here to the Earth hologram. A lot of the frequencies is being sent from Saturn to the moon and from the moon to the planet. And a lot of that's the mind control overlay. It's like a matrix over a matrix over a matrix. It's the same analogy of a dream within a dream within a dream, like in the movie Inception. But more than likely, this is a secret space program. You might serve on some moon, or you're connected to this extraterrestrial-wise somehow. Battle bonds, dyad. That means you have a trauma twin in the programs. You've been twinned with somebody, and they were to be used against you. This could have been someone you love deeply. You might not remember who this is, but they'll program us to see through each other's eyes, to feel each other's pain, to be the eyes in the sky. Like Julia, my trauma twin, was my eyes in the sky. She would always be on the ship while I'm on the ground feeding me all the telemetry I needed for the mission. So they use you together in a lot of the programs. Navigator, pilot. You obviously pilot a ship. Being a navigator, that's special. Most humans are never navigators. Usually it'll be more Greys or Draconians, like in Nachtwaffen. We have a lot of Greys and Draconian navigators. If you're a human navigator and in Nachtwaffen, that means you are fucking special as fuck, and maybe you might have been cut with Draconian DNA. But again, this is a general navigator, so you're definitely in the space programs. It could also mean that you were in these programs before this lifetime as well.
And then this was the one other super chat from Oracle Crystal. She says, I want to know if I was in the SSP and what I'm connected to, she says. And I think that's all the super chats for now. Yeah, I think I got to everybody. Oh, Nathan Way Switchbox. I'll get to you, Nathan. I didn't miss you. I got you, brother.
Hold on, I'm still going to answer Luis's question real quick.
Oh, sorry.
What was her main role at Montauk?
Yeah.
Interesting. They had you possibly running or part of the occult programs. That means you were either involved in projecting powers or teaching people, because the occult is the classified science of the secret space program. A lot of people that do witchcraft and all that stuff, they're accessing the same potential, the same force, but due to intention, if you're evil, it's like accessing the force but using it for bad, and then accessing the force and using it for good. And you were also a handler at Montauk, which means you might have had a teaching role of some kind, which means usually if you're a handler, you're above everybody else. You're some kind of, you're running a team or something. So you're definitely high role, because when your memory, when we confirmed that I came to you and I found you and I'm like, oh, there you are, and I found you, that's because you're important.
Whoa.
And then What was the next one? You had read it.
The next one was Oracle Crystal. She wanted to know. I'm going to see. She says, "I want to know if I was SSP and what I'm connected to." And it's Oracle Crystal. I'll remove Louise from the.
Is Oracle Crystal connected to the Secret Space program? Yes. What was the follow-up? Is she connected to the Secret Space program and what?
That was it. Anyway, she says, and what am I connected to? She says.
Well, I mean, that's really an ambiguous statement. It doesn't really give me a direction to go to because if you're part of the Secret Space program, you're involved in a lot.
Yeah.
Like, does she have clones? Yes. Does she act as a handler for other assets in the programs? Yes. Has she served over 20 years in space? Okay. Is she part of the 20 and back? Yes. Is she part of Nachtwaffen 60 and back? Yeah. There's some nuggets right there. So you're definitely time travel. You've definitely done multiple 20 and 60 and backs. If you did a 60 and back, that means you're Nachtwaffen. Because Nachtwaffen rarely ever does 20 and back. They fuck with us. It's minimum 60 and back.
And then the next one was from Nathan Wayswitch Fox. He had a question before, but he asked again. He says, yes or no? He says, is my breakaway family Kruger?
When you say breakaway family, there can be numerous factions and families you're involved with. Is one of his breakaway families Kruger? Yes. Nathan and I know each other from Kruger. Yes. We've already confirmed that we have served together in the programs last time in the last chat. Have we served together in Kruger? Yes.
See here. Okay. Well, this chat is really going. Holy shit. Okay, so De La Mex answered. He says he remembers navigating ships and saving humans from different planets. He was the one who sent a super chat before, but you told him to put in like his question, and he didn't put in a question. He put in more like a statement. He says again, this is De La Mex. He says he remembers navigating ships and saving humans from different planets. Oh, I'll put it up on the screen. Here we go. Sorry.
Is Lex a pilot?
Oh, here. He says he says yeah. So you already answered. He says if he's served in SSP, and he says he connected to the Green Dragon.
Has Lex served in the SSP? Yes. Does De La Mex have a Green Dragon aspect? Yes. So is this a possible higher self? Yes. So you're saying this person's root energy is dragon in origin? Yes.
Wow, that's great. I guess that's amazing. Holy shit! Yeah, we got a lot of people good confirmations tonight. So I guess we'll give anybody if anybody has a question you want to get in real quick before we finish up. Like, put your question in now, and then. But I think we answered a lot of people. We got to a lot of people tonight. I mean, how do you feel about this? You think it went well?
Yeah, it's going awesome.
Yeah. You want to go? I mean, do you want to go a little bit longer? I have to 9 or 9. It's up to you.
We're good, man.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to. Okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, we'll keep going.
Let's keep going, dude.
Okay, so this is Dumb Lizzie. I'm not calling you Dumb Lizzie. That's your name, but put it up on the screen. Her name is Dumb Lizzie. She says, "Card, please."
Dumb Lizzie was in one of the interviews I did, and one of the guests mentioned that name.
Sorry.
Maybe it was Danny Henderson. I can't remember which interview it was, but I remember someone focused on the name of the person. So I can't forget that tag. You're definitely a private contractor. Definitely part of some Earth-based or secret space program faction. If you're a private contractor, that means you're more than likely you got Delta programming, which means you're an assassin. I don't hear any sound coming out of you, Rob.
Muted because I had to blow my nose.
Oh, gotcha.
You got to do Jay Skyrunner. Let me see. I'll find your question, Jay. Sorry about that, dude. I got you, man. I'm okay. So Jay Skyrunner says, I got to do this with my phone because it's so hard to go back in the chat on the computer. He says, I talk with Pleiadian names Mishla clairaudiently since 2011. He says, is this true or is this V2K?
Is Mishla a real being? Is part of this transmission coming in with V2K? Yes. So you're saying there's been an infiltration of an original being with the information also coming in corrupted? Yes. So there's a good being sending in legit good information. Yes. But they're also beings acting as handlers giving incorrect information. Yes. That's where we got to work on our discernment. You got to get this verified with other people, man. You got to see who's hitting you directly. Amir Jahangiri is really good at that. He's at wizardofwivenhoe.co.uk. Wivenhoe with an E at the very end. Even if you misspell it on the Google search, you're going to find it at wizardofwivenhoe.com pretty much. But
you know what
one
I think
of the best
really
readers
cool
I've ever seen.
I got to give you a shout out, Drago. Like, I'm not just doing this because you're on my show right now, but I love the fact that you give a shout out to other healers and other help people that like you feel like will help in the community, like Sean Bond and Christy Campbell and Dr. Amir. And like, you even always give me credit for my podcast. So like, I think that's really cool that you do that. You know, it's
I mean, are we not a family? Are we not supposed to do this for each other, to prop each other up, to grow our community? We're trying to increase our soldiers on the resistance side. That's the only way to do it. We have to prop each other up to support each other, because if you're not doing that, are you really supporting me if you don't give me a shout out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always give my friends shouts out. I always give people credit when it's deserved, every single time, because I was never given that most of my life. So I always call it out when I see it, when it's deserved, period.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah. This is from Oracle Crystal. She wants to know if she was a pilot.
Is Oracle Crystal currently a pilot? Yes. Does this come from other lifetimes as an ET pilot? Yes. Does this come from the Orion Wars? Yes. Does this go back to the Lyran Wars? Yes. Confirm. Does this go back to Lyran Wars? Yes. Interesting. You've been a pilot since been pimpin'. So yes. If you dreamed of commanding starships and flying through the stars and doing backflips and flipping off other people in craft as you do the whole Top Gun inversion while you're looking at them flying, that's it, man. Like, I'm a pilot as well in the programs. I've piloted a lot of stuff. I've even piloted the TR-3B, and that's why I know its patent number, US 2006014501981. And, like, that's a cool craft, man. Pilots are where it's at, man. It's just dogfighting. It's hard to say that, but it's one of my favorite things to do is dogfighting.
I always wanted to be a pilot growing up. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be a pilot of like an F-15, or like when we were young, it was an F-15. You know, right?
Has Rob been a pilot in other lifetimes? Yes. Has Rob been a pilot in the Secret Space Program? Yes. Does Rob have a pilot role now in the Secret Space Program? Yes. Does he have a navigator role in the Secret Space Program? Yes. You're saying this is current? Yes.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. I got to do some digging into it. I got to come. You know what I got to do? I got to come see you for a session. I really do. You know?
Everybody's saying that, man. When people get a session from me, anybody in the live chat right now, if I've done a session on you, you know how intense those sessions are, man. They are freaking mind-blowing. They're freaking mind-blowing, man. I don't have boring sessions, man. Like Dolores Cannon said, the digging potato lives, I rarely get regular human people that have regular lives where nothing happened. It's mostly like aliens and space travel and draconians and Lyran Wars and the Orion Syndicate, and like, it's amazing. My life is awesome.
Oh yeah, man. That'd be cool. And you like, And sometimes some of these sessions, they go for like big out like 5 hours, right? Like, so you really dig into
I'm known for
people.
the deep dives. When I'm doing someone important in the secret space program or galactically, I always make sure to go beyond what is expected of me, even if they paid for it. I always go beyond, because like I'm the interrogator, I'm the investigator. You know, when I had Matthew Morney in here on my couch in my house for 5 hours, I had him under for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like his entire book. He said he wrote his entire book. Remember Your Mission. This book right here. And I got the author copy, so it says
It's an excellent book. I have a
not for
copy. Yeah.
release. He said he wrote this book because of what happened in that session. I think there's at least 60 pages in this book talking about the awakening he had during that session and what he discovered about himself, man. And it's freaking mind-blowing. People were writing entire books from what they discovered from my sessions, man.
Wow. Holy
If
shit.
you want to create an entire book series about secret space program and your own experiences, you could literally transcribe my sessions with you and make them entire books, or turn that into a storyline arc and timeline. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, when they come to me, when it's not just one session, they want to figure out who they are galactically. They want to see all these lifetimes they lived, how complicated they are on a soul level. And they get so much information, man, that they themselves can write 15 books about themselves and their experiences of what comes in these sessions.
Wow. Hell yeah. That's cool. This was Karen. I guess she had a question from before. She said, asked before on YouTube, as a clan mother, are we getting access to all the Crown Trust accounts for the tribe, clans, and nations? She says.
How do I phrase that? What is the word they're using? Jasara and Nasara?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Karen, can you verify if I can use the terminology Jasara and Nasara as an archetype to ask that question? Because Nasara Jasara is funds from bloodlines that's been held for a long time, since antiquity, and the alleged thing they're saying is we're going to have access to these funds. So sure, you can call it the Crown Trust. Let's call it the Crown Trust. Will they allow us to have access to our Crown Trust in this timeline? Fuck no. Will they allow us to have access to med beds in this timeline? Interesting. So these accounts, the Jasara and Nasara, are they real? Yes. Do these connect to the Saint Germain Trust? Do these connect to the Lee Bloodline Trust? The Dragon clans? Yes. So you're saying that they will not release these funds to the public in this timeline? Yes. So no, I don't see it coming.
We have two PayPals here. This was, I'm just reading, I'm looking at them. Hold on. I'll just look at the question. This is from Heather Newman. Heather Newman says, no, nothing. She just, there was nothing there. There was no question. So Heather, can you please put your question in YouTube so I know what you want to ask, and or if you want a general reading, and I'll move the next one. The next one was Kevin Durst again. That's the second time he donated today. He says, years ago, I had a very proud, unexplainable dream experience about being visited who I believe might have been Jesus. He says, do you believe I may have some kind of connection with him in my life or in my past some way? So he wants to know if he had a connection with Jesus.
What's his name?
Kevin Durst.
Kevin Durst. Does Kevin have a connection to Jesus? Did Jesus, the actual being, come in to give him a message? Yes. So this is the original Jesus being energy, and this is not an imprint. This is not an overlay. Yes. You're definitely connected. Do you have an M on your palm? See this M I have?
I have that too.
This M? This lets you know that you are part of the Jesus Magdalene. This M is part of the Magdalene bloodline.
Dude, yours is a lot more defined than mine. I can definitely see yours more prominent, you know?
Oh yeah, it's hella defined.
Yeah. Oh yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have that, that's how you connect to Jesus. You're part of the genealogy, direct descendants of Yeshua. So like
Wow.
the direct bloodline of what the Greeks called Jesus. Jesus was never his name. His name was always Yeshua ben Yosef. Back in the day, they didn't use last names. In all the historical documents we found that they didn't use last names. They used the house. And the house was your father's name. So he would have went by Yeshua of the house Joseph. So that's why we call him Yeshua ben Yosef. That means of the house of Joseph. So I've always found that super cool. Karen, I saw that you didn't mean Nasara Jasara. I did clarify that I separated that from the crown and the Nasara Jasara. So I did include the crown in what I asked. And it said that those funds would not be released in this timeline. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Do you think we'll ever see something like that? Do you think our society will ever come to like some kind of like we'll ever get anything like that? Or you kind of just said that no, right? Like it's not going to happen because we're under cabal control, right? That's basically what we're dealing with?
The only time that I've ever seen a possible timeline in the future with my own psychic stuff of that happening is if we rose up, took our power back, and the only way for accountability was to access public money to the public to distract them in materialism, and everybody would have access to Lamborghinis, to rich places, and people would just become more material based and more programmed. So you have to be careful when you ask for something like that, because this is a slave planet, man. It used to not be a slave planet, and it was hijacked by the Draconians and the Anunnaki, and this Earth is an experiment, man. Like,
Yeah.
Dolores Cannon, she only knew certain information, and there was certain things she never asked. Like, we're finding out now through these QHHT sessions that when you die, that the family you see that comes out of nowhere is part of an AI system designed to entrap your soul and reconstitute you back on the planet. So we're finding out that outside the body, with everything we've learned with past life regression, is karma is not a real thing. What we define as karma today is the forced recycling system, where if you didn't do something right, if you didn't get the lifetime right, your guide's going to appear upon death and say, little Drago, you just didn't get it right this time. You could have did better. What you should do is go back. We love you. It's your choice, little man. But, you got to get it right. What comes around goes around,
It's
And
the reincarnation trap. Yeah.
This AI just recycles you over and over. We're seeing this in the hypnosis sessions now. We're also seeing that these death traps are on almost all the planets in our solar system. It's not just a phenomenon known to Earth. They have a death trap around Saturn. They have death traps around Jupiter.
Is that the reptilians who are in control of the death trap, would you say, or would it be something more demonic?
No, it's a partnership, but it's mainly being ran by the Draconians.
Okay, yeah, I would guess so, because they're like people say they're the predatory race that invades planets and does shit like that, right? Like they
Well, I mean, a lot of people talk good about the Mantids, but the Mantids did the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Because the Mantids were the main progenitor of these experiments here on Earth before the Draconians came. So they were the main contributors of DNA and experimentation to create hybrids for other exoplanets, to create other beings, and they were kind of acting as co-creators. But it kind of got out of control. You had more than one cook in the kitchen. And what happened is that's why we have so many different humanoids that exist. Homo sapiens, Homo sapiens sapiens, Homo erectus, Denisovians, Cro-Magnon man. Those are all experiments. And that's why there's no missing link from one species to another. We're either Homo sapiens or we're Homo sapiens sapiens. There was no transition in the genetic record. We haven't found one. So it's almost as if there was a mass computer update. Someone hit enter, and the next person that was born was just born Homo sapiens sapiens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. It's
crazy. This planet is awesome and horrific and crazy.
Do you think the Anunnaki was what created Homo sapiens sapien? Like they blended us with some kind of like Neanderthal or something, or like a Bigfoot, or like?
So Homo sapiens existed before the Anunnaki got here.
Okay.
Homo sapiens would have been like the Lemurians.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
the Anunnaki came and they mixed their DNA with Homo sapiens around 200,000 years ago. And then suddenly we became Homo sapiens sapiens.
Yeah.
So the extra sapien comes from the Anunnaki hybridization.
Yeah. That's interesting. Like, yeah, is there do you think they're still here, or if you had to guess?
Yeah, they're still here.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times in my sessions I'll ask, are there Anunnaki literally standing in the room out of phase? Yes. Check this out. Are there Anunnaki monitoring this conversation right now? Are there Anunnaki in my physical room right now? Are there Anunnaki physically in Rob's room right now observing this conversation?
That
Are
just came in.
Draconians in both of our rooms physically out of phase? Yes. Are there more than 50 beings monitoring this conversation physically between our two rooms of Rob and Drago? Yes. So they're literally in our rooms right now, standing around watching us. They do that in my sessions, my hypnosis sessions. A lot of high-ranking people in the SSP. I have Draconian queens watching. I have high-ranking royals watching my sessions. I have all these different ET beings projecting their consciousness or standing out of phase physically in the rooms of my sessions. And my clients can see them. And sometimes they act as handlers, blocking the client from obtaining information. And the reason why we have so many viewers, especially in my sessions, is because I'm becoming really known between these ET groups, especially the Draconians, and they're seeing that I am literally defeating them by force when they come in my sessions, and I am fucking them up, and I'm putting them in pocket universes and destroying their third eyes. And I'm also sending them back to source because I open up a portal, give them an opportunity for their own soul evolution, because Draconians can't evolve past their own form, not in the higher realms. In order to go to the next level to become a dragon, because remember, my highest self is a black void dragon. I help co-create different matrices and holograms. Anything matter-based, the dragons help co-create from the primordial void of non-materialization. So I exist from a non-material perspective, creating material worlds.
Wow.
I just heard Madonna singing. No, yeah. Mixed with the Barbie girl song. I'm a material person creating material worlds with that song playing in my background. The way my mind works is just funny.
That's cool. We got one super chat. Thank you, Iron Bear. That was a nice super chat. He says, do I have a Japanese altar in Japan? He says, what is her name? Akaya Ayako. He says, also in the same dream, I had a run-in with a guy from the Oldendorf family in Germany. Also, I was training with the Suzuki family when the altercation happened.
Does Iron Bear have a Japanese altar in Japan? Yes. Is her name Ayako? Yes. Does this connect to the secret space program? Yes. Does this connect to time travel? Yes. Does he have connections to the Oldendorf family of Germany? Yes. Are these bloodline connections directly? Yes. So you're saying that this person has direct bloodline descendancy from that exact Oldendorf, Germany bloodline. Is that a royal bloodline? Yes. Interesting. That's what I'm seeing psychically too. Also, did he train with the Japanese Suzuki family? Yes. Does this go back more than 1,000 years? Yes. Does this go back more than 2,000 years? Yes. Does this go back to the original Japanese planetary system? Yes. So this exceeds Earth time history. Yes. Very interesting. Okay. Well, we answered those, and there's also, you can get 3 cards from that. That's what my dowsing rod sessions are. You give me a theme, and I will ask a series of shotgun questions one after another, and it's overwhelming, man. The amount of questions I can answer in 1 hour in a dowsing rod sessions for $150, it is beyond mind blowing. Take that information, verify it with other remote viewers, verify it with hypnosis sessions. Take it as you will, man. You know, all these readings I've ever done, a lot of this stuff has been a large amount of it's been verified through QHHT sessions directly. So again, this is not my opinion on what I think about who the Anunnaki are. If I think the Anunnaki are so here, fuck yes. They're the ones that was running Project Ibis at Montauk while I was literally there. They're still running it. Montauk is still open. They never closed down Montauk. It's still opened up in a pocket dimension, and people go into Camp Hero, the state park now. They don't have the frequency key to access that dimension, that pocket reality. John Whitberg talked about it in the Man with the Periwinkle Eyes book series. You have to have the frequency key installed in your DNA in order the technology physically on you to access these physical realms.
Wow. Holy shit.
Okay, so that's the first card. Second card. Anchor, earth your energy. So you need to step away from whatever you're doing in your life right now, and you're too busy. You're not prioritizing yourself. You're not grounding enough. You need to have you time. It's time for you to start breathing, you to start slowing down, and you prioritizing yourself over everything else. What I'm getting in my mind is you need to go hang out with trees. Go hug some trees, take your shoes off, sit your back up against a tree, shut the fuck up, sit down and meditate. Close your eyes, activate your other four senses, and just allow the information to come. When you allow the tree to ground you, to give you these negative ions, you're releasing the electrical energy that is being caught in your body that you're not releasing as an energetic circuit, and it's causing grounding issues. It's causing electrical arcing. This is just a light right here. Imagine this is a flame, and this flame is starting to catch on fire because the body is not grounding. It's not sending that energy back to the earth, and you're accumulating all this weight in your body and starting to become big. So you have to release it. You've got to come back and anchor it back to the earth. Next card is you're definitely a navigator in the programs. This can be ETs, where you've done this in other lifetimes. It could be connected to the Lyran Wars. It could be connected to the Orion Wars. It can even be right now. Third card, Saturn. You've served on one of these moons. Saturn has a bunch of moons. I see you on one of the moons. It's probably an outpost more than likely. Let's see. Has Iron Bear served on a Saturn outpost? Yes. Is this a moon that I was seeing? Yes. Has Iron Bear and I served together in the programs? Yes. Very awesome. Oh yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll do
thank
one
you for
more.
that donation, Iron Bear. You rock.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Thank you. We'll do one more. I had to delete someone from some guy was acting like an asshole. We'll do one more, guys. This is Wow Signal. And she says, hey, Rob and Drago, if you have time, can I have a card, please?
All right. And what we're going to do, guys, me and Rob's going to do this a lot more often. So
Absolutely.
It's just kind of like how Ivan Teller, he gives one free question and answer. And then everything else we can do cold Dowsing Rod Oracle deep dives. You know, that's how we build this community, man. Like we come together, we support each other. We name drop each other because that's how we do it, man. I've always given my credit to my team because I am not successful as a lone wolf. I am successful because of my units, because of my teams, because of the people I command and the people I actually run with, man. It's all of us that makes each other successful. We cannot do it without each other.
I agree. Well said.
Wow. Arasaka Roboto. That means Arasaka Robotics. That means you interact or you are in the Arasaka program. Arasaka is shown in the video game Cyberpunk 2077. Lots of transmutation. It's a Japanese breakaway society. Very, very technological based. And I'm considered a technopath in the programs. That means that I have the ability to reverse engineer other technologies, and my connection to Lyra, Andromeda, and my Dragon Architect codes, I have the backdoor access and genetic keys to a lot of this genetic technology that requires DNA to activate. A lot of these ET weaponry, a lot of these ET ships and systems, humans can't access it unless you are hybridized with that star system's DNA, because you have to have the frequency key in your DNA in order to activate it. It's pretty cool how it works. I'll do one more card pull on that person real quick. Project Looking Glass. You're definitely part of the time travel programs. You might have been involved at Montauk somehow. Looking Glass is very interesting. I mean, you could have served at Cheyenne Mountain Complex as well. So that's where Project Looking Glass is the most famous for, because the Stargate we got from Iraq was taken there to the Cheyenne Mountain Complex. And the entire Stargate series is based on that exact portal network that we brought to Cheyenne Mountain Complex. One thing a lot of people don't know is certain portals can be moved. You can literally move it from one point of the planet to another, and they're meant to be mobile. There's portals that are the size of suitcases. You open it up, you turn it on, it's a mobile portal system. So that's always been cool about space travel, other than being like a teleporter, where you can, it's like you're a jumper. Some of us have DNA where we're jumpers, where we raise our body frequency to the location we're going, and we bend time and space, just like Einstein was saying. And we raise the frequency to the place we're going, we instantly arrive. There's no portals involved. It's a frequency change. You're tuning into the radio station of that exact time and place and sector location of the cosmos. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, this was awesome. And this was a great show, Drago. I definitely want to do this more. Definitely. This was a great, yeah. Well, do you want to tell people how they can book a session with you and how to find you? And oh shit, we forgot what I wanted to get this. Wait, can we get one more person? This woman, Janet.
Yeah, I want to make sure everyone's taken care of. I'm not in any rush right now, so I just want to make sure everything. If anyone's paid or something, I want to make sure those people get taken care of.
We got all them, but I know this woman said she was having a bad day, and I wanted to kind of give her maybe get a report. I have a card pull for her. She's a friend. She's
I'll pull a card and give her a yes or no question. Could you ask her to ask a yes or no question in the chats?
Yeah,
or
Janet.
I'm asking you, make a yes or no question in the chats.
Go ahead, Janet, if you can. And let me see here.
Hybrid DNA. Interesting. You're a starseed, augmented DNA. You're a hybrid. More than likely, that comes from you being in the programs in this current life. You were probably abducted as a kid. You definitely have DNA hybridization. That means you might be more than awakened than most people around you. You might be the black sheep of the family. You might have had dreams of space travel, extraterrestrials, abduction, lost time. Definitely memory loss. I'm seeing that you definitely have memory loss. You were definitely abducted as a child. Yeah.
Oh, we got Kelly too. We got Kelly too here. Oh, she wants to know, was I abducted by a Nazi? She said.
Was Kelly abducted by Nazis?
No, Janet. Sorry, Janet. Yeah,
Oh.
Janet. Yeah, it's all right.
Was Janet? It still answers the same question. Was Janet abducted by Nazis? Yes. Does this connect to Nachtwaffen? Yeah. So to everyone that doesn't know what Nachtwaffen is, it simply means night weapons in German. That's the name of the official German breakaway program that people refer to as Dark Fleet. Its actual real name is Nachtwaffen.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and there's like Kruger and the breakaways and I know there's Das Bundes too, right? Like I know Raleigh Nuss talks about that, the Das Bundes, which is like I think that's the breakaway civilization though, right? It's
that's the full federation.
Yeah.
And that comes from yeah, it comes from an original part of the German breakaway civilization while they were on Earth, and they were separating from Hitler's ideology, and they took the pillars of what Hitler started, took those off planet, made sure Hitler was kept on Earth. And you got to realize, when the Germans, they had this breakaway civilization, they didn't even include Hitler. Like literally, they said Hitler was such a fundamentalist. They let him stay on Earth, right?
Wow.
Sure, he did come to the secret space program back and forth, but Hitler was not running it anymore. So even the Germans walked away from Hitler themselves, and Hitler ended up dying in like Argentina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like they left his ass on Earth, and they started an entire German civilization without the guy who started that thing in World War II.
Almost like he was used as a patsy, for the Third Reich, and then the Fourth Reich did their own thing. And now that people talk about I had Gene Decode on the other day. He was talking about that there's a Fifth Reich. Like I was like, man, I was like, I don't know what the hell.
So George W. Bush was running the Fifth Reich. It's called the Black Sun.
Whoa.
He was running that from his presidency since he was the director of CIA. He was the director of the CIA for 8 years.
Whoa.
Did you know that Daddy Bush is the director of the damn CIA?
I knew, Daddy, they founded it. They're like the CIA,
and they're directly connected to Nachtwaffen. The Bushes are actually German. Their real last name is Scherf. When they came over through Operation Paperclip, they changed their last names. Part of the bloodline. They're part of the royal bloodlines. They're actually directly connected to the Anunnaki. They are direct descendants of the Anunnaki.
Whoa. Holy
and
shit.
they was running the Fifth Reich all the way through Obama.
Wow. Holy shit. But I guess we got time for two more. We have Kelly and Natalie, right? And then we'll call it there, guys, because we have the Psychic Duck coming on next. So I gotta. Okay, so we have Kelly. I'll do Kelly and Natalie, and yeah. And I think we got a lot of people. We got mostly everybody. I mean, we got like a lot of people tonight. Sorry, but Kelly just says card, please.
Alchemist, shape your abilities. You know that you're about to start creating all these modalities you're about to get into, and it's time for you to alchemize all the things we were talking about, you learning and using them as your Batman utility belt, not learning just one modality of healing, multiple modalities. And this is why this information is coming into your quantum field now, and other people are making suggestions of other things. So that's so super dope, and we already talked about that. Hybrid DNA. Right. Duh. We already confirmed this in your 2 hypnosis sessions. You're definitely a hybrid. You know how important you are, and you know how high you connect up. Shadow. Strength in the darkness. So this is something that you reject a lot, and you don't realize that the shadow, the darkness, is one of your strengths. You can literally use your shadow to fight darkness back. When I tell people that when these ETs, these oracles, these government handlers are coming at you, sending in frequencies, activating implants, if your intention is only to shoot love and light at them, love and light does not win, because the weight of the evil energy coming at us is so heavy that it's not enough. And you've got to fight fire with fire. I used to be the guy where if anyone tried to breach my field, I would give them a couple of warnings. No, don't do that. You're not supposed to be in there. Then I'd give them like a little zap. Now my shit's set to kill. I don't stun anymore. If you push into my energy, I will destroy you. If you try to remote view private things about my mind that is not SSP oriented or like private life, I will come after you. I will hit your third eye. There's certain stuff that you are not authorized to look into. And if you push it, I will push back. And don't think that I have a team of some of the most famous remote viewers in the world that have not already identified all you guys. You don't think we have projects going where we're starting to actually see who's remote viewing who and under what context and experiences we're doing that? So just imagine, we're not sitting by thinking you're not noticing us, because sometimes when you guys try to remote view me, I pretend I'm not paying attention to see how far you're going to go. And just know there are consequences to what you do. So just protect yourself, put up your fields, stop worrying about hitting people with stun guns and start setting it to kill, because that's what they want to do to you. They want to take us out. They want to give us health problems. They're killing everyone around us. James, everybody. It's just person after person, year by year, they're taking us out one by one. If you don't start becoming fire to fight fire, I'm sorry, rainbows is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I think with Renetta died in a gas station bathroom. I don't know. I don't even know. I still don't know what happened to her completely. Like it's scary. Okay, this is Natalie, right? You were gonna
Let
do
me
it.
let me ask about Renetta. Was Renetta taken out by the programs? Yes. Was she taken out with a frequency weapon? Yes. Did they murder her in that bathroom? Yes. Was it directed energy weapons? Yes. Was it involving Omega programming? Yes. Are you saying that they activated Omega to try to kill herself? Were those conditions also involving Renetta being activated to die? Interesting.
That is. Holy shit.
So that means there might be a modality where, however she was killed, it was also involving herself being activated at that time.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you, and I know I got the psychic duck in 10 minutes, but I just, this is really important. Do you think there's any chance that Renetta and James are still alive somewhere? Or do you think because they were assets, or do you think they're dead and they've moved on?
Okay, so there's no scenario. Okay, I'm not going to say no. There's rare scenarios in which when we die in the secret space program that we go back to source. And in the beginning when James died, I kept seeing all these interviews about people channeling James and about I'm happy on the good side and I'm safe, I'm good. No one's asking if the answers they're getting is being also manipulated. We verified a lot of those answers are being manipulated, and no one's asking it while they're doing those channelings. No one's asking, is someone puppeteering this? Is someone guiding these questions and these answers? James is still alive. He's still in the programs. He is publicly dead, like Max Spears.
Yeah.
Max Spears is still alive in the programs. The soul that puppeteers Max Spears is still active in the programs.
Wow.
Understand what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, Renetta. Is Renetta still active in the secret space program? Yes. Are you saying that they did not allow her soul to go back to source? Yes. Was she recycled back into the secret space program? Yes. Was all her memories removed of her being Renetta? Yes. And is she part of another soul reset? Yeah. She's in the program still.
Wow.
She's publicly dead. Her consciousness is still alive. She's in another body.
Well, holy shit.
They won't allow us to die, man. A lot of us were too important. Like me, I made an agreement to come here at this time. All the remote viewing, all the QHHT sessions, all the scrutiny has shown that I have the choice to leave at any time. I can exit this reality at will at any time I want to, but once I do, I can't come back.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing to stay here till the end, to wake people up, because I'm not from this timeline. If you can remote view my Akashic record right now, you see that I do not originate from this timeline. I am not even supposed to be here. I was put in this timeline because it's so convoluted and so fucked up that I had to help come unravel and help unweave the damn thing, because a dragon is an architect of a universe. So I'm also here programming codes and disabling viruses and going after all that injected code. This is what it comes down to, ones and zeros. If you want to use a scientific based quantum platform, everything's based on math. We're going back and we're remodeling it, bringing it back to its original blueprint before it was hijacked and viruses were put in. It gets very complicated at this point.
This is our last one, guys. So this is Natalie Wright. She says, sorry, if you have time, could you please pull a quick card? And yeah. And then we have the psychic duck coming up after this, guys. So it'll be, I do a lot of shows, but I mean, it's okay. I love it.
Yeah, like I told you, Rob, you do more shows than Quaker does oats.
That's hilarious.
Natalie, since we've had so many consultations, I'm going to give you a couple of cards. First card, extra solar. You definitely serve in off-planet programs. We've already talked about this and how convoluted your story is as well. You are involved in occult practices. You might have went through SRA as a child. The occult stuff is pretty dark because, again, these are occult science and it gets into demonology, satanic stuff. It doesn't mean that you were doing ceremonies. It can also mean that you were put through these ceremonies yourself as a child, which fucking sucks. If you're in the SSP, 99% of everyone in the SSP went through ceremonies, satanic ceremonies, by force. They put us through these ceremonies as children. There are not many people that get to not experience the satanic ceremonies and the human sacrifice and all the other shit. And they put us all through that when we're children before we become adults, so they can make our mind malleable to accept stuff like that for when so when it happens, we're completely emotionless when we're watching it. Because we were shown that if you show emotions, you get pain. If you react, you get pain. If you show compassion, you get pain. So it teaches you to watch and do not connect to it emotionally, because if you show an emotional reaction, pain's coming.
Whoa. Holy shit. Wow. Well, dude, this was an amazing show. Are you still on Natalie or yeah.
One final card for Natalie. Arasaka, you connect to the Japanese breakaway. That's awesome.
This was amazing, man. Yeah, guys, if you real quick, I'll give it Anchor Haven one more shout out before Drago gives his information. You guys can get Anchor Haven's breakaway deck at how do they get it again, Drago? And you can use the code TSP10. You can save 10%, I believe. And yeah, and it's on her website, I believe, anchorhaven.co.uk, or on her Facebook, I believe. One of the two. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is her deck. Breakaway Oracle deck by Julia Anchorhaven, my genetic sister and trauma twin from the programs. You guys can just screenshot that and pause it. It has her website right here, breakawayoracle.com or anchorhaven.co.uk. That's her main website, and she does have decks available. These are limited edition. These things sell freaking fast, guys. She's on her second reprinting. If you don't get some, it's going to be a minute. So get these damn cards. They are freaking legit, as you've seen in this reading.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, dude, do you want to tell people where they can find you and how they can book a session and stuff? And thanks, man. This was awesome.
Perfect. You can find me at fractaloflight.com. We'll keep that in the link in the bio. Follow my YouTube portal to another dimension. I have a bunch of my interviews on there. This is like me and Rob's 16th or 17th interview we've ever done. So I have a bunch of those on there. I still got to get other interviews we've done and back them up on my channel, because we've done so much content together, man. And a lot of the stuff we do get the most views out of a lot of stuff I do. It's just people loves TSP, man. So that's why I love it. It's so interactive, Q&As constantly. Like, what's cooler than that? Other than that, if you want a dowsing rod session, I charge $150 an hour. As you can see, they're very fast paced. You can get a ton of answers. If you want an oracle card reading, it's $75. Other than that, if you just want to have a conversation with me, tell me about your life, ask about the programs, I charge $75 an hour. We can talk about a lot in an hour, but again, an hour flies by fast. So I also offer 3 hours for $180 if you guys are interested.
Awesome.
And I also want to announce that, again, Yemi, Janae, and I started a podcast we're going to be launching soon called Echoes of Lyra. And me and Sean Bond are starting a podcast, and we're either going to call it Super Soldiers of Source or Sources Super Soldiers. Perhaps we need to open up the audience. You guys, you should vote. What do you think? Sources Super Soldiers or Super Soldiers of Source? Let us know.
I like Super Soldiers of Source, but I don't know. Yeah, let us know in the comments, guys.
It flows. I don't know. Something just flows off the tongue like French, blah, 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 like in the Matrix movie. I don't know. It just flows.
Yeah, I like it, and I'm looking forward to that. That'll be cool. I think and yeah, it was cool. I had both you and Sean Bond on before you. Oh yeah, good luck at the conference, man. I know you'll do awesome. Like, are you excited?
We're probably going to do episode 1 from the Mackinac conference. So it's going to be me and Sean side to side, not across from each other from Zoom. So I think the first episode, it needs to be side by side. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's super cool at a new event, and we'll start it from that, man. And guys, if you can't make it to the conference, I have one ticket I'm giving it away. and the conference starts on the 31st. If there's anyone local to Michigan, and you let me know now, if you can get to that conference and pay for it, I will give you a free ticket to get into that show. So let me know.
Yeah.
I think
Speak
that
up,
was
guys.
it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can go to mortalsoferarth.com to get a ticket if you can't come. And if you can't afford to come, the live stream's only $99, and you can save $10 with my promo code Drago, just DRAGO. You save $10 off the live stream, and that goes to me as a bonus for a speaker fee. So any of your support I appreciate, guys, and I thank you for all this.
All right. Thanks, Drago. And thanks, guys. And I will be seeing you in a couple minutes with the psychic duck, and have a good night, guys. And thank you, Drago.
Good night.